Hi, good afternoon. It's the afternoon after the night before, and I'm feeling much better, much better. I had a bit of a rough night last night. I don't know why. I just did. After I stopped recording, well, after the recording stopped recording, then um, I had a pretty sleepless night. But I'm back with a vengeance. Welcome back to my channel, Lightsabers and Good Vibes. My name's Richard. It's a pleasure to see you all again. So this is part 3 of the Q&A. I have two more participants who were kind enough to pose questions to me, and I'm going to answer those questions. The first is Liam GD4QI. GD4QI, aren't your post? Sounds like one of those stormtroopers out of A New Hope. What I'm getting at is TK421. Why don't you post TK421? Do you copy? If you've seen A New Hope, you'll know what I'm talking about. But GD4QI sounds like it could be another stormtrooper, doesn't it? Anyway, so Liam asks, have I ever come home to a very strange smell? This is his first one, I think, and couldn't identify it. Did I try and cover it up, or did I try and locate the source of it? Now, one thing I don't do is I don't cover things up. I've got a very sensitive nose, as a lot of you already know. I try and find it. Whatever, if it's a bad smell and it's in our house, I'll try and find it, and 9 times out of 10, I will find it. Anyway, the first one he refers to is, did you try and find it? Did the smell linger around, and was it annoyed? How did you react, etc.? Well, I'll tell you two stories about different smells that were located in and around our house and our garden. First one, we're going to have to leave the confines of this cozy chair up in our study / spare room. So come with me on a little trip. So, to continue the story, this window, this part of our patio doors, was where the next event happened. We, as in myself and my wife, we were watching a program. I can't remember what it was. One evening, or was it one afternoon? Perhaps. I think it was over the course of a weekend, and there was a thud like that, a little bit louder, and then feathers everywhere. And I glanced across. What was that? And I looked down, and there was it was a. I think we what did we say? What did we identify it as? A kestrel or a hawk? Okay, my wife's not sure. It was either a kestrel or a hawk. We're very, we're 90% sure it was a bird of prey of some form. It had grabbed, obviously seen the pigeon on top of the roof, grabbed it, and it came off the roof, and it landed here on our patio. So I said, I'm not having that. I got up, I shoot it off. The pigeon went one way, and the hawk, whatever it was, went the other way. I thought nothing of it, and some time went by, and I was out feeding the birds, restocking the seed, and I smelt something. I thought, what is that smell? and it was like uh, gone off rubbish or bird food or something like that. And it also smelled like the drains. And I saw a couple of spots of blood um, dotted around the garden. I thought, what is that? You know, um, then I discovered something because the smell obviously was getting worse and worse. I discovered something, and I'll show you exactly where I discovered something right now. Hi guys. So this is respectfully the final resting place of said pigeon. It was covered in blood, unfortunately, and obviously been attacked again by whatever it had been attacked by. And here is where it's buried. I'll just move the camera across so you can see. Made a little grave for it. That's where it's buried forevermore, sadly. So now you know the tale of the first smell, which were a sad ending to it, but I just thought I'd share that with you. So the second smell, we're gonna go on another journey back inside the warmth of the house. So I'll see you in a sec. Hello, and to continue the story, this is our downstairs bathroom. So for part two of what happened during my locating of bad smells, I came home. My wife wasn't here on this occasion. I came home one day, and I came in as normal. Did my normal, went through my normal routine, my normal things. Um, and I went to the loo, i.e., this one, and sat there. And while I was sat on the loo, I could smell something which I thought was unusual. But then it just occurred to me, well, it must be me because I'm on the loo. And I thought nothing more of it. Um, finished my business and carried on with my evening. The next time I came back, I think I was going to clean. It must have been a weekend because I think I remember I was going to clean the toilet with the foam that we have that we pour in with hot water. So there I was attending to the toilet, cleaning it, and the smell was still there. And I thought I was sniffing and sniffing. What on earth is it? And I looked around on the floor. I sniffed one side and I sniffed the other, and I just caught it as I turned my head. I just caught a glimpse of a my own reflection in the floor. And I thought, how can my reflection be in the floor? It's wood. It's not. And then I looked, and there was actually a liquid on the floor. I could see part of me in this liquid. I thought, what is that? Have we had a leak? But believe it or not, and this is the first time my wife's going to hear about it as well. No, but I know a person who did. Twice. Our cat had peed on the floor next to the toilet. Twice. Are you sure it wasn't you? Positive. I know the smell of mine compared to our cats. Anyway, yeah. So I had a closer sniff, and it was, yeah. Our cat had. Now, before I carry on, what would have really impressed me, what would have really impressed me, is if I'd opened the door to locate the source of this smell, and our cat was actually sat on the loo. That would have been impressive. I know cats are resourceful, but that would have been really impressive to see a cat sat on the loo. I know you see it in cartoons sometimes, and the cat's reading the paper, but for real, it would. I mean, um, if you know of somebody who owns a cat who actually does that because they've been trained to do that, let me know, please, in the comments. I'd love to hear about it. Unusual, but who knows? You know, perhaps it's a thing. Perhaps some cats have been trained to do it. Do you know anyone who has a cat who has been trained to sit on the loo without falling into the loo in some manner? Anyway, let me know, please, if you know that. Anyway, yeah. So um, that was what it was. So obviously I cleaned it up, and my wife, as you heard, this is the first time she's heard about it, even though she thought it was me, which it wasn't. Ho ho. Yeah, okay. That'll be a conversation for in another 10 years' time. Yeah. No. Anyway, yeah. That was the other um, the other source of that, because I don't cover things up. If I find something, I've got a very, very sensitive nose, and if I find something, I want to know where it's coming from, and I won't stop until I find the source. So yeah, it was our cat. I mean, credit to our cat. It was in the right sort of place. Not the litter, but it was in the right sort of place. So I had no complaints. But yeah, so that was that smell. So those, I hope that's answered your two questions for you, Liam, regarding your lifestyle questions. Um, yes, I'm sorry. The first one was about a dead pigeon, but these things happen. It happens, bird of prey nabs the pigeon. The next thing you know, it's a dead pigeon. It happens. Um, so that was that, and that was that. Now, what's that smell? Who is another one of my lovely subscribers? Um, has a This is me. This is the grand finale of Q&A part 3. What are my favorite things about Disney? And I could write a book on it, but I haven't got enough time to write a book, so I'm going to share that with you in the comfort of another room. And I just need to teleport myself back up there, and I'll be surrounded by a few friends. So just give me a moment. Bye for now. Oh dear. Oh dear. Yeah. Uh, I think something's gone awry. Let me just try that again. By the Maybe, yeah. I got stuck somewhere. Maybe if I click my fingers, that might work. Let me try. Ah, yes, that's much better. Welcome to the climax of part 3. Disney memorabilia. As you can see, I have surrounded myself with a few friends, some in silhouette, some I'm wearing. Let me tell you what I love about Disney. I'll just turn my weapon of choice off. Alexa, spare room on. Ah, there we are. So, if we start with what I'm wearing, it's a mixture of a samurai coat and a what I like to call a Jedi cloak forward slash another onesie, but it does remind me very much of a Jedi cloak. The coat was purchased in Mitsubishi. It's black, as you can see. It's from the Samurai Warriors. Very nice, I think. On the back, it's got Chinese symbols on the front. I've yet to actually figure out what these mean, but one day I will. On the reverse of the jacket is a dragon. I can't show you at this very moment, but I will at a later stage. As you can see, I've got an AT-AT in front of me. Now, the AT-ATs, these were designed, just put my remote down, these come from Galaxy's Edge. They're a part of a set. This is obviously Kylo Ren's, they're made of metal, they're handcrafted from metal. This is Kylo Ren's TIE Fighter, rather nice. And this is an AT-AT used by the Empire against the rebels. Again, handcrafted. These were purchased in one of the trading stores in Blackspire Outpost, part of Galaxy's Edge. Rather nice, I think. Rather nice. This fellow was bought not long after Flight of Passage opened in Animal Kingdom. It comes from the Rookery in Wind Traders, which is the shop when you come off the ride. It can sit on your shoulder. It's battery operated. You can sit on your shoulder, or you could just perch it on your hand, whatever you want. It's a Banshee based on the film Avatar, directed by James Cameron. And it's fully interactive. It will speak to you. He'll flap his wings. This one's called Sid. He'll move his head and he'll growl at you, as you can see. As soon as you start mentioning his name, he gets a bit agitated, as you can see. It comes with this attachment, which you can hide on you. So when it's sat on your shoulder, it doesn't look as though you're actually controlling it, because you can hide this down by your side. So that's him. It's just a fun thing. They retail for around about between $30 and $50. You can still buy them in Wind Traders. Rather nice, I think. That's that. Obviously, you're familiar with my lightsaber. This was if you look at my videos on me building a lightsaber. Obviously, this one was power and strength. This is the Sith. Obviously, you're familiar with that. $250, and yes, it's worth it. I'll be doing some spinning with these later on, by the way. Now, this, I'll just turn the lights out for this because it's important. Alexa, spare room off. There. Now, this lights up, as you can see. This was purchased on Main Street when the electrical light parade was being shown in the evening. It was purchased from a street vendor who just happened to be passing, and we just thought it would be fun to buy this. This is one of about 7 or 8 items that were on the street vendor's mobile trolley. They all lit up like this, all different kinds. There were about maybe 50 or 60 people who had these. You just wave them around at night. Quite cool, I thought. And a nice little trinket from Disney just to remind us of where we've been. Pretty cool, isn't it? So that's that. Gosh, I look rather sinister. I do like the fact that these are in silhouette. Yeah, the AT-AT. Look at that. That looks quite spectacular, actually. Let's move it across. Yeah, I do like that. The fact that it's in silhouette. And I've got another thing to show you. I'll just turn the light on a moment. Alexa, spare room on. Now, this you'll love. This was purchased at the Haunted Mansion. And what it is, you have a picture taken of you. They don't do it anymore, sadly. I think it was stopped after COVID. And it also declined. There was a big decline in popularity of this particular item. But it's an overlay of a zombie, a rotting zombie over your own face. And I'll show you now because it's pretty cool. So you'll recognise this fellow. This is my younger self. Okay, I'll just move forward. That's a picture of my younger self. And if you tilt it just a little bit, there we go. I start to decompose. Turn into a zombie. And then it's back to me again. There. Then, it's me again. And then, it's pretty cool. I start to decompose again. Yeah. Look at that. There's a handsome fella for you right there. Yeah, lovely. Pretty cool. Pretty cool that. Yeah, yeah. I'll I'll keep it there for a bit. There you are. There's me. There's me. And there's me again. Oh dear, people must think I'm mad. So there's that. So yeah, so there's that memorabilia. So what else do we love about or what else do I love about Star Wars? About sorry, not about Star Wars, about Disney is the smells, the sights, the sounds, the fact that when you go to Disney, everybody smiles. Well, I'd say everybody, almost everybody. Yes. Would you excuse me for just one moment? Just one moment. I'm going to walk out of camera shot, pick something up, and I'll be right back. Okay. This is, of course, this is live, so you'll see a bit of the behind the scenes in a moment. I'm going to get up now and just walk out of camera shot, grab something that I can see there, and I'm going to bring it back, and then we'll be able to continue our conversation. One moment, if you don't mind. There we go. Because I was getting a little bit warm underneath underneath that hood. Whew. That's better. Right, let's move my props so we can talk Disney. There we go. Right. So I'll show you this now. Okay. So this is bought in Mitsukoshi. It's very elegant. That's the sash that goes around it. Reminds me of a guy. What some of you may not know is I actually practiced karate before I got married. And I'm very good at it. I won't tell you my grade, but I do practice karate. For those of you who don't know, karate means empty hands. It's for defense only. It's a very good sport, very good martial art. Not really shown on the television much unless it's at the Olympics, because of various reasons. But yeah, this is very much like a gai or gi, whichever way you want to pronounce it, or gi. Anyway, I'll just show you the back of this because it's rather elegant. I can just turn it off. Whoops, daisy. Just have to slide it off. Do excuse me. Right, there we go. So, yeah, this is based on the samurai coats. There's the dragon, and there's the other dragon. That's one of the reasons why I bought it. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. Quite lovely, that, isn't it? Stunning. So that's that. Dear. Whew, that's better. Okay, so you're already familiar with my droids. They've just sat out of shot here. Let me just bring one in. You're already familiar with BB-8, and you're familiar with R2 as well. You're familiar with my droids. I'll be using those later as well. So, what can I tell you about Disney that I love? When you arrive at Pop Century, we normally get chauffeur driven. Why not? It's our wedding anniversary, so we arrive at Pop Century. We get out of the it's normally a Black Rover or BMW and chauffeur, and there are people stood there, and the first thing they say, "Hey, welcome to Pop Century. Nice to see you." That's what they say in a sort of a nice. A lot of them are from the Caribbean, that sort of area. Lovely dark skin. lovely dark skin. Um, so some of them um, very strong people as well, not just in body but in mind. Very strong-willed. Um, anyway, yeah, they're the meeters and greeters, and you walk in, and you become part of the Disney family. You're enveloped into Disney, and you get the sights, the sounds, the smell. The hall will greet you. There's a lovely, lovely smell of candy, candy floss, cake, and it's nice and fresh, fruity, and it wafts all over you. It immerses you in the Disney bubble. Then you get the meters there, everyone smiles and says, "Hi, welcome to Pop Century. Hi, are you checking in? Great, come with me, come with me." They have so much energy, and nothing's too much trouble for them. Nothing. And then you have the Pop Century shop, all things pop. And then you have the foyer, and you've got lots. The reason it's called Pop Century, by the way, in case you're wondering, is it's pop century, literally. It's century by century by century. Music down the years. That's why it's called Pop Century. Music down the years. So they play everything from rock and roll right up to, through country, hip hop, movies. You name it, they play it. Everything you can think of. Everything. A bit of two tone in there somewhere. Everything you can think of that is music related, they'll have it at Pop Century. Everything. Especially at Halloween. Halloween's a super time. They play that. I think it's by Rockwell. I got a feeling somebody's watching me. That one. And fun fact for you: when they play that, did you know when they made the record at the end of it, Rockwell couldn't get the pitch right up there. So guess who? Guess who finished the record for him? That little bit when he goes, "Somebody's watching me," and he goes up high. You know, the initials are MJ. Who fit, if you listen to the single, you can hear it. Michael Jackson helped him finish the record because he couldn't get up high enough for the high notes. So yeah, it's by Rockwell. I got a feeling somebody's watching me, and it's that last note. Yeah, fun fact: Michael Jackson finished the record for him. And on Halloween, they because of what it says, somebody's watching me. They play it over and over and over again, and they play Thriller, Michael Jackson as well, because it's got to be done. It's Halloween. That's what they play, and they play it so much. You know the words off by heart by the time you depart. Anyway, yeah, the greeters, the smiles, the smells, everything about it, and you haven't even gotten into the park yet. You're already having fun, and you haven't even. And I'll tell you what, Pop Century, it's so much fun trying to find your hotel room as well. Um, Everything is larger than life. Okay, if you ever go there, everything is larger than life. I'll give you an example. They've got Lady and the Tramp, classic Disney, obviously. They have got Lady and the Tramp, full size, or bigger than full size, large as you like. Makes you feel about that big. Quite tiny. I kid you not. These are the directions from where we were there last. So you turn right out of the main foyer here, past the hippy dippy pool. You go straight on to the large yo-yo. You turn right into the monkeys that are linked in the chain. You find Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head. You turn left into the bowling pins, and when you get to Lady from Lady at the Tramp, look up and you'll see where you're staying. How's that for directions? Crazy, huh? That's what Pop Century's like. That's why we love it so much. You never know what's going to happen. Every day something different happens. If you immerse yourself in it and you have fun with it, you'll have a fantastic time. What else do we love about Disney? The fact that you can follow the parades. I'll come on to the food in a moment. The fact that you can follow the parade. quickest way, top tip for you if you ever go there, quickest way to get out of the park, if you're in Magic Kingdom and and you're there for Halloween, if you're watching the Boo to You, if you've ever watched it on YouTube, Boo to You, trick or treat, boo 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 boo, happy Halloween. That one, okay. That particular, and the same if it's the other parade, which is the Festival of Fantasy parade. It's a festival of fantasy. That one, you know, if you've watched them, you'll know. If you watch our videos, you'll know what we're talking about. Easiest way to get out of Magic Kingdom, if you want to, follow the parade. If you watch my videos, you'll see that we've done that very thing. We followed the parade, and it works. Through Adventureland to um, Frontierland to Adventureland, and onto the Haunted Mansion in less than 5 minutes. And that's fast. That's fast. That's simply following the parade behind the Festival of Fantasy parade. And the other thing, and this is where I think I think managers from this country should go over and see how they do this. They go by their principles are safety, courtesy, efficiency, and show. And I've done a video about this as well. Safety is everyone's safety, which we love. Um, Courtesy, the smile, the courteous manner. Efficiency, everything is done so efficiently. If you ever watch the parades, what they do, they have posts and they have ropes and taped off areas. What they do is, if you follow the parade on my video, you'll see it because I filmed it. As the parade is finishing, as it's progressing, what they do is that they have a team in between where you're standing and where the parade ends. There's a team of cast members, and they're winding back in all the rope, and they're putting back all the posts as they go. So as the parade progresses, it gradually it gets less, and the barriers get less and less and less and less. So they're efficiently taking in all the posts and the rope as the parade progresses, and that's when you can actually follow the parade from behind. You just, when they're ready, you just step out with everybody else behind the rope where the cast members are, and you can walk behind them, and you can follow the parade, and you can watch what they do. It's absolutely brilliant. It's so simple, so effective, but brilliant the way they do it. They all work as a team, and it's you see them, the cast members that have been stood at the side of the road, they suddenly all start to, they all have their individual jobs, and they all start to work as that team. You see the mechanics of it right in front of you. It all takes place in front of you, and it's magic. It literally is magic, the way they do it. So it's safety, courtesy, efficiency, and the show is all around you, all around you. That's what you see. One follows the other. The safety, courtesy, efficiency, and show. One follows the other, and that's how it works. And I wish people from this country, especially managers, would go over and watch how they do it. They can learn a lot. They really, really, really could. It's only my view. I'm entitled to my opinion. That's what more managers should do. Go and watch how Disney do it, because they do it so well. They really do. I'll come on to the food now, because we're getting near to the end of this particular video. The food is calorific. By that I mean there's a lot of it, and it's full of calories. What we generally do is buy one meal between two, because it makes sense, cheaper, and there's enough. There's enough to keep you going for the whole day, because standing in the queues takes a lot of energy, but all the queues are interactive. There's so much to see, so much to hear, so much to smell, so much to do. What we do also, that's a nice link into my next thing, is accents. We love the American accent, but they love the English accent. Now, I'll just finish on this because this is probably one of our favourite things. When we're talking amongst ourselves, not talking to anybody else, they'll often say to us, "Oh, we love your accent. We love your accent." Apparently, um, I sound like Prince William. Apparently, who knew? Um, and a fun fact for you, my brother actually sounds like Prince Harry. He does. Prince Harry's a Cockney. My brother's a Cockney as well. They were born in the same place. Probably why. A well-spoken Cockney. I mean, that's just one common thing. Anyway, supposedly I sound like Prince William, and my wife, after talking to a bunch of kids, um, apparently she reminded this person of Mary Poppins. She is well spoken, and I can see the resemblance in the voice. They love our accents as well. So we're very happy to talk to them because every person we talk to, they, oh, we love your accent, and they do. They do. They for some reason because we reverse the question and ask them, why don't you like your accent? Your accent's great. No, they think their accent's very sloppy, but they love the English accent. Who so when we're talking to people in the queue line, the time just flies, it just disappears. Um, yeah, so those are some of many things that we love about Disney, that I love about Disney. Obviously, I love what they've done in Galaxy's Edge, with Black Spire Outpost, Star Wars Land. I love that building the lightsabers. Obviously, I love that. You've watched my videos on that as well. If you haven't, please do, because it's a whole immersive experience. It's phenomenal. Um, the other thing I do, people may disagree with me, but if you ever want to go to Disney, it's not as expensive as you might think. It really isn't. If you let Disney look after you, okay, you get there's a lot of discounts if you catch it at the right time, like the early bird offer. Is normally in around about April when you know if you go there fairly frequently as we do, you you sometimes you get to know people, you get to know which offer is the best one. Um, and if you will not spend all your spending money, so bring it back with you and put it toward the next holiday. We do. It works wonders. Let but let Disney look after you. Let them look after you, and you'll have a fantastic time. There are a lot of Disneys around the world. The biggest store is in Disney Springs down in Orlando. The World of Disney. It's the biggest one in the world, and if you've never been there before, I guarantee you will get lost at least once. You will. We got lost several times. But what I love about Disney as well, with the Disney security, and they do have it. You only see them when you need them, when it's absolutely necessary. Otherwise, they blend into the background and you never know they're there. And they're the friendliest people. When they're just being themselves, you can talk to them, have pictures taken with them, and it's fabulous. The whole establishment is fabulous. That's why we always go back there. We go back to the same place because we have friends who we know, cast member. We made friends with cast members, and they get to know you as well. They really do. Obviously, with the other addition is the cruises that you can go on. We went on the Disney cruise. Our first time actually going on a cruise. It's like that they've bottled Disney and put it on board a ship. Um, until recently, I think that the Wish, which is what we went on, was the largest vessel. I think there's another one currently being built in the same place being built in Germany at the moment, which is maybe a bit bigger. But where we went to Nassau and we went to Castaway Cay. Fabulous, absolutely fabulous. Um, Would I do it again? Yes, I would do a Disney cruise again, but I do it the other way around. We did it after the holiday. If we were going to do it again, we'd do it before the holiday, or we do a week on the cruise and a week at Disney like that. Um, but yeah, fabulous, absolutely fabulous. Uh, this hat came from the Emporium. There was one of a couple. Classic Mickey up here. Um, you know, they always change things. Every time you go, there's always something different. Always something different. But yeah, Disney. Bottom line, they make you feel so welcome, and they make you feel like a big kid. They really do. I'm 57. When I go there, I feel like I'm 7. You know, and if you haven't seen it, by the way, one of my favourite memories about Disney, one of the things I love is you if you're celebrating an anniversary, I was lucky enough to sing with the Dapper Dans. And if you watch my videos, you'll see the one where I'm singing with the Dapper Dans. Um, it doesn't last very long, but it's fabulous. And I'm wearing my Chipmunk T-shirt, Chip and Dale. Um, the relevance of it is we got married in 1999, spent our honeymoon in Disney, and um, Chip and Dale, who are on the front, they're trying to crack open a walnut, and it's got "Driving Me Nuts." You may have seen that particular T-shirt. I've worn it a few times. Driving me nuts since 1999. You can guess who's been driving me nuts, but I wouldn't have it any other way. You know, she's my best friend, and she's the best thing that's ever happened to me. I guarantee you. When you know, you know, and I know. I knew, and you know, 26 years later, you know, we're still very, 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 very happy. You know, yeah, that's all I need to say about that. And it has been a happily ever after, because it has been. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. You can get married at Disney. Don't know whether you knew, but you can. Yeah, bit on the expensive side, but you know, for all those true romantics out there, you can get married out there with all the bells and whistles. Right. I'm just starting to overheat in this. So I'm gonna call it. Just before I do, um, so this was the end of the Q&A. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for all those who have contributed and asked me questions. There will be other Q&As for future videos, um, but that's for the future. We're going to have a spray off. Um, First spray off is going to be filmed tomorrow. That's going to be with some of these fellas. So look out for that. You already know about that anyway, but just reiterating it. Okay. And the popular vote seems to be the women. So the women it is, first of all. We're going to do some more lightsaber spinning, so look out for that. I'm going to have another attempt at a live show, maybe. I haven't decided fully yet, but maybe. But I'll let you know about that a bit later. Right, so I think that's going to do it for this video. As usual, if you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up. If you like what I do on my channel, you know, I'm a bit mad. I go a bit crazy now, but why not? You only live once, don't you? So, Mad Rich, uh, yeah. You know, I'm spreading good vibes. My channel's all about good vibes, lightsabers, the connection with Star Wars and what have you. So this is me saying thank you for watching. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. That's the Q&A officially over. Thank you very much for everybody's participation. As I say, we'll have the spray off next. That'll probably be tomorrow. We're going to do 3 of them, and then we're going to have after I've done a few Star Wars related things, we're going to have a grand Royal Rumble spray off with everything all together. Okay, so I will see you soon. Be kind to each other as always. Go out into the world, do something nice because you feel better about it. That's what my channel's all about. Okay. In the meantime, take care of one another. I'm just going to find my remotes so I can, because I'm out of here for the time being because I'm getting hungry. I'm going to go get something to eat and something to drink. Look after each other. I'll see you in the next one. Okay. Bye for now. I'm going to turn this off. Done it again. It's done it again. Well, it is live. I'll try and turn myself off again. My wife always says, "Have you got a mute button?" I said, "Have I got a mute button?" No, never have a mute button. Have I got a mute button? Come on, off. No, I'll have to do it manually. Okay. See you, folks.